Hello, this monster here is a hard drive for the Amiga 500 and 500 Plus, and I want to back up this thing. I want to create a disk image and backup in my computer, and also I would like to replace it with a faster disk, but mainly I want to back up it first. So let's see if I can do that. These drives here were very popular at the time. This one here is the Impact Series 2 GVP, which is from a company called Great Valley Productions Inc. The company was founded in 1987 and was dedicated to Amiga hardware production. They created many devices for the Amiga from storage to video cards. But unfortunately, the company liquidated in July 1995. A new company, though, known as GVPM, picked up the rights to the Amiga products. I got this drive from a friend, so I have no idea about this device past. The effect of time is visible. I want to make another video where we restore this disk, but for now, let's open it and see what's inside. There are two types of screw here, one for metal and one for plastic. It's important to remember where they go because making a mistake here and forcing the screws in the wrong place might cause some damage. The fan and the switch were not connected. That means that someone already opened this drive. I can see that this is a SCSI disk. This won't be easy. I don't have a SCSI to USB adapter, so we will have to figure it out. Let's unplug the disk first. The operation is not easy, it requires some work, and I'm all the time afraid I'm going to damage the cable. I don't have a spare SCSI ribbon cable. This chip here is a SCSI bus controller, apparently not being manufactured anymore, but there are replacements. This here is the RAM, it can be also expanded. And this is the disk, a Fujitsu 500 megabytes SCSI hard drive. I have a little bit of a problem because I cannot read from the SCSI hard drive and I don't have an adapter. The adapters are very expensive on eBay and difficult to find. So I'm thinking I have two options, I think. One is trying to find a card, a SCSI card that I can put on an old PC and then from there access the disk. Or I can try to use this guy. This is a Sun Microsystems Ultra 10 that I have for a very long time, and it has a SCSI controller. So maybe if it still works, I needed this computer here was to restore it. I wanted to restore it, clean it up, everything. That's why it's so yellow and dirty. But if I can get that SCSI controller working, and so that means that maybe I can attach this drive and then through Solaris or OpenBSD, I don't know even if this thing has an operating system in there yet, so I will probably need to install one, of course. And then from there, I should be able to access the disk and create an image of it and have a backup. The last time I turned on this machine was back in 2005. By the time of recording this video, that was about 21 years ago. Well, it doesn't work. The NVRAM battery died and it lost the configuration or something worse. I don't have time now, so let's fix this in another video. For now, let's take out the SCSI card and plug it into an old PC. Unfortunately, the card doesn't fit, but we can remove the metal support bracket. It's not safe for normal operations because it leaves the card loose. So let's put some bubble plastic here to protect it from touching the metal chassis of the case, avoiding a potential short. I really recommend not to do anything like this as a long-term solution because it might be very dangerous. Unfortunately, Windows doesn't have the drivers for this card, so I will have to browse the web to find some, but I don't have the time for that, so let's try this on Linux. Great, Ubuntu Linux supports the card. Now the problem is that the hard drive has a very short cable and I don't have a spare one, so I need to place it comfortably next to the card, but I don't have any box that would match that height. Lego to the rescue! Okay, that's perfect, but I also need to plug the disc to the power supply, but unfortunately this PC doesn't have one that will be compatible. But I have a spare PC power supply here that we can use for that. That's great, Linux detects a disk. Now let's create an image with the command dd. If you're new to the command line, I have a video to become from 0 to hero with the command line. Subscribe and check it out. Now let's create another image with different parameters and see the actual reading speed as well. I'm just curious. Now let's make sure that the image we created matches the data on the disk and that there has been no corruption of data in the process. Well, all good. Now let's try the image on an Amiga emulator. I'm using here WinUAE. I'm not sure if that's the way it is pronounced, and this is an Amiga emulator for Windows. I copied the image we created and I will try to attach it to the emulator. Here in the emulator drives area, you can select the disk image. And here it is, success! Now no matter what happens to that disk, the data will be preserved.